Okay, let's say they do a neutral dodge like this. Look at that. Oh, look at that. There we go. That was clean. Hey, what's up, guys? Skills WG here, back again. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay, a moth thing just flew on me. Literally started the video, man. Hey, what's up, guys? Skills WG here. Welcome back to another BRAWLHALLA video. Today, guys, greatsword guide coming your way. As you guys know, I've been playing a bit of greatsword lately, and I've learned a lot in this past little bit about how to play greatsword. And then a lot of people have asked me to, you know, hey, you need to make a greatsword guide, because a lot of people are having trouble with this weapon, trying to get it to work for them, because it is a hard weapon to play. It is a very hard weapon to play, but you get to learn some cool strings that can help you along the way, like this. Whoop, whoop, and combos. Yay! Okay, so let's get started. All right, so we're gonna go over the first basic things about this. So if you guys want more complicated like combos or reads, go on a little bit further into the video. But we're gonna go over like the understanding of the sword, because it is a different weapon in BRAWLHALLA. So it has a starter, a mid attack, and then a finisher, okay? And you can tell by the different types of attacks. So light attack, the first initial attacks have these like white borders. The second has like this yellow. So you can see this yellow right here and this yellow there. And right there, you see the yellow, okay? And then it's white. And then the last one is the finisher, which is the red, which is like this. Or I guess it's like a red-orange color. So it gets darker the more you do it. Now, in order to do that, it's only for grounded. In the air, you can do a gravity cancel, and then always be a finisher. But on the ground, you always start with a starter, finisher, and then you have to do some other attack. You don't have to, but what's next is another attack. So you can do that. You can do that. You can do neutral light to side light to side light. You know, you can do whatever you want. If you do 2 attacks in a row, so if you do a side light to side light, you'll skip the middle and just do the strong, but you will have more dodge frame in between. Let's see if we can get this dodge here. So if I just do a side light to side light, a 6 dodge window. When I do a side light, neutral side light, you can see it's a 1 and 4. It's actually 2 and 2, so it's very small. Neutral is up in the air like this. Your initial side is like this. Your initial downlight is like the downlight, a big sword downlight. And those are what you're gonna focus on first, because this is what you're gonna hit your opponent with. So remember those. The middles we're not too worried about, and the finishers are not too worried about right now. The more you play the weapon, the more you understand where the hits are gonna be, is where you're gonna use, like, okay, I'm gonna use the finisher to do this part, I'm gonna use the mid to do this. But that just comes with more of playing rather than learning what to do here. Let's take a quick look at your aerials. Your side air is a very big whapping attack. Very, very slow, but it does hit big and kind of hard sometimes. Your nair is your quick attack. It doesn't hit very far, but it does hit grounded pretty good. Followed up by recovery is always a good option. Your down air is pretty good. It's kind of like a spear down air in a way, but a little slower, but it still does a similar thing. It just doesn't bounce you off of it, so you can actually do a grounded, like, grounded down air. You get stuck on the ground there. And then recovery is just kind of this big swooping thing. It's kind of rough because if you watch it, it takes a long time to come out. And your ground pound is just kind of like throwing the weapon down. And you have to realize that, like, it only hits in front, not very far below you. All right, let's start off with just how do I hit my opponent with this weapon. This is a hard to hit weapon because it's very heavy focus on grounded, but aerials can be okay too, but you got to remember to be able to use them. So people that are stuck on the ground and far away from you can do a dash in down light like this, but it only hits really low on the ground compared to side light. So as you can see, it's pretty low to the ground, but if you hit a side light, it's just a bit in the air, so you hit people who are jumping just a little bit easier. And it's still got a pretty good long range. And it's a little bit quicker, and you don't throw your body out there first. And then the neutral light is more of those that are jumping in the air, a single jump, because you can get a person who's jumping. Let's get this guy just jumping here, and you can hit them in the air. That was like the max jump. But if you get them, you jump at them, if you dash at them and they like to jump, you just hit them like that. So just remember, if they're in the air, that you can do a dash and neutral light. But if they're jumping a lot, you want to do a couple things. You do a dash jump side air, which actually hits very good. But remember, it's slow, so if they stay away from you, then you just punish you. Or you can do a jump nair, which is a little more easier to hit and not as... They don't punish you as hard. It doesn't hit as far as side air. And then also down air is kind of... You don't want to use it too much because it is kind of... Does a lot of how do I say, they can punish you easy for it if you don't hit it right, because it's a very hard accuracy move. But if they're jumping and you want to get above them like that, you can do something like this where you jump down air so they don't hit you. Whoop. Basic little thing there, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to use. Down airs are really good. You'll see in some of my videos, Greatsword videos. If you guys haven't already, check out some of my ranked videos on playing Greatsword. I play all the legends. I play Jaehyun, Mako, and Magyar here. All right, so combos are, that's gonna be a fun one to talk about because there's two different type of combos. We're gonna start off with very basic, not true combos that lower elo people will use and not get punished for, but the higher elo you get, the more people will dodge and get punished for, and then we're gonna move on to something else. So let's just say it's really easy because you can, once you start your attack, you could just do spam your 3 attacks. So you hit this one, you can do something like that. If you're initially practicing this weapon, work on doing multiple different variety of attacks at once to make the 3-hit combo. Okay, so practice doing neutral light, down light, side light. Practice doing side light, neutral light, side light. Practice doing down light, side light, neutral light. So, like, just try to do a bunch of different ones to get which ones you like the best. And I think there is like I think there might be a meta, like what's the better for harder for people to dodge out of, but I'm not sure what it is yet. And I've had no problem with most of them. All right, now you're a little bit higher elo, and people are starting dodging out of your attacks. All right, and now they are punishing you for doing that. Now what do you do? Whoa, you burp. Now what do you do? Okay, there is a cool technique with this weapon called dash canceling. Oh, okay. Whenever you attack, you will always do the second attack, and you can't turn around until you finish out, like you finish that attack, right? So it takes a little while, but you can, after you hit, dash. So let's go back and see this real quick. Let's go back all the way here. So this only works on the ground, by the way. So I do a neutral light, and then I dash away. I guess it's a chase dodge here, right? Same difference. But what it's actually a chase dodge. I guess it is chase dodge, not a dash. Dash cancel, dodge cancel, whatever you call it. And then you could do that into another move, another starter attack. So if I do a neutral light or a side light, I could do a dash reverse or dodge reverse neutral light. And I was able to reverse, and I was able to start off with initial one, okay? So if I do side light, let me do that again. As you can see there, even though I used my second attack as neutral light, it was my first initial attack. So I did a first light there, boom, and then I dodge canceled. I guess we'll call it dodge canceling into the neutral light. Okay, now this is important because that's what's gonna happen with our next combos here. I hope you understand that, because I tried to say it as best I can and I don't get it. It's basically you're using dodge to cancel out the next animation that you're gonna do in the 3-hit combo to make the first hit combo come out. And doing that, you can come up with a bunch of dodge reads. Okay, so if you're attacking and now they're just dodging, now what are you gonna do? Okay, let's say they do a neutral dodge like this. Look at that. All of that is pretty much true after the hit. They may be able to jump out of it at some point, but so I do a down light. Let's go over slow. Down light, boom, hits them. Okay, so they do a spot dodge. Well, I do, as you can see here, I do a dodge, cancel, into an initial first hit side light, followed by a neutral light. Okay, now that's the second hit of the 3-hit combo. And then I do another chase dodge cancel into another initial neutral light, into a side light, and then to a down light. So there's the 3-hit combo. So let's go over this really quick. Well, really quick. A down light first hit, and then this is a 2-hit combo. Boom, boom. Into another chase dodge, into a 3-hit combo. Boom, boom, boom. So there's the 3-hit. Okay, so it's a single to a double to a triple. And the reason why that is the triple, the last one, the dodge is coming back, so they're going to dodge out of the next one. So you just want to get it done. I guess I didn't mention this in the beginning, but if you do a side light, you can't chase dodge into a side light really, really quick. You have to do a different attacks. You'll see how much faster this is. So if you do initial and you do a chase dodge, you can't do the other two. So I do a down light. The down light is so much slower after you do the chase dodge. So you have to do down light into a different neutral light or a side light. If you do a neutral light, you have to do a chase dodge into something else right there. You just have to do it a little bit different. It's because of the weapon cooldown from your attack. So like if you can't do a side light followed by a side light very quick on any weapon, because you have a cooldown of that single move for like a few frames. So same thing affects Greatsword here. So that's why you'll see me do a down light, side light, and then to a neutral light there again. So okay, so what I'm talking about is right here. After I hit him and I did the dodge read of side light, so my initial was a side light, and then I did a chase dodge here after a neutral light, and then after my chase dodge I did a neutral light again to follow up with that the quick pace and not have the problem of side light being messing me up. Side light. Yeah, right there. Okay. So this is another combo I like to do a lot. After I side light, I do a reverse neutral light. Okay. So my neutral light is the initial attack, and I do a side light afterwards to attack. But because my neutral light is up after I chase dodge here, I do another side light because that's gonna attack quicker than if I was to do another neutral light. Okay, so if you understand that, that is the time we're gonna go into more combos and dodge reads. Okay, so let's just say you've learned all that. Now it's time to learn dodge reads. Neutral light brings you right in front of the character, side light brings you right in front of the character, and down light also right in front of the character. So the good news is all grounded will hit you right in front of the same area. So now it's, what do they do? Let's just say they like to dodge in. A lot of people like to dodge in early. So let's just say you hit them with a down light far, far away. You can do down chase dodge, side light, and then combo into that, like so. If you hit him with a neutral light, you can do the same thing. Hold on. You can even do a chase into a down light here. It might be a little easier. You can even do a grounded down air to like this. And as you can see, I'm doing the same kind of combo afterwards because it's like once you have to get your fingers used to it, hitting the right buttons and stuff, because it's kind of it takes a while to get used to. But once you do, it's kind of cool looking, and that's why it's one of my favorite weapons in the game right now, because it's cool looking. So downlight, that's the easiest one. I think you should learn something like that. This also works with if they're gonna dodge away. So if they dodge away, just kind of gotta read them going away, hitting those attacks. But you also have to be aware of the ground in front of you, because you might not be able to pull off the extra dash cancel afterwards. I would suggest initially getting that dodge read and then just hitting that 3-hit combo instead of trying to go for extra like I usually do. Like that, okay? So when I do a usual attack, I will try to do a chase dodge in between. I'll try to do a dodge in between, like that, to get all the damage. But I would suggest starting off with just like trying to hit those 3-hit combos after you do a dodge light or something to try to get used to it. But then you can practice more and more. That's what I've been doing. So next thing, what happens if they stop dodging in or away? So they do this, that's dodging away. But now you got something else here. Okay, let's do them up. Up is the only place that, well, I guess it's not the only place, but they can dodge up out of it. A lot of people, when they play Greatsword, they find that up is the easiest dodge, because a lot of times that neutral light doesn't attack. If you know it's coming, the neutral light can hit. But what I like to do if they dodge up is to do a jump, recover, or chase dodge towards them, nair, or a chase dodge recovery. Either way. And then you can follow that up with a recovery, nair, something like that. Yeah, once you're in the air, you can just kind of pop them off. So you're doing still more and more combos and stuff in the air, because after neutral light, after I hit a neutral light, I just like to do a recovery after. But now if they're dodging up and to the left, so if they're getting kind of up here but not as high, because dodging straight up and missing is kind of common. You can still hit them a lot, but if you if they do a dodge angle, so like up to the left here, neutral light is the way to go after that. So you hit a side light, and you hit a side light, they dodge in. You can see that neutral light really gets you. And same works for a fight away. Boom, like that. So what force? So that's it. That's what your dodge read is for up and away or up and in. Except for it doesn't work when you do a neutral light, because you can't use that neutral light right after. You see what I mean? Like, I'm trying to spam it real hard, but it just doesn't work. So it has to be after you hit a side light or a down light. Okay, those are some very basic. Well, no, I wouldn't say basic. Those are pretty hard combos to do on the ground, but they are something that you can learn. And you don't always need to dodge through. That's something I didn't really bring up yet, but you can actually, if you're just doing like dodging through, or they're trying to dodge through, you can actually backdash and do the same thing, right? So you don't need to like actually go through the opponent every time, because like what I was showing you was like this and dodging through. Just so you know, you don't need to do that. You can actually do this and dodge away. But sometimes dodging away means if the opponent is trying to attack you, you will actually not be hurt by their attack. As you can see, I had some combos in the air, which consist of neutral light to recovery. But there's also another one I like to do after I do hit them a down air, where I don't go into the ground like this. I just do a down air in the air. I like to either do a recovery, or I mostly like to do a nair like this. So you can see it. This happens after a little bit of damage. You see they're in orange health. But the 3 hit, you know, it's something that they actually not too many people dodge out of, really. Oh, look, there's even a 1-hit frame there. Very, very close if you do it right. And that's why a lot of people don't dodge out of it, because it's hard to dodge out of it, and not people have it. But it's kind of it's not true, but I do use it a lot, and I hit a lot of people with it a lot. And sometimes, like, follow up by a recovery like that. Something like that, because if they're falling in the air, boom, you can just hit them in the air, go up another recovery, get them in the air, something like that. Oh, look at that. There we go. That was clean. Whoop. Oh, he's dead. There we go. As you can see, there's some cool aerial stuff you can do with this too. So the last thing we have is some offstage stuff. And the offstage consists of mostly side air and down air. There's not a lot of offstage stuff, but you know, hitting that down air, you can actually hit people falling twice. So let's just get this guy. But as you can see, down air is still it's still got a little bit of accuracy to it. Not easy to hit. But then you can also do a little bit of like ground pound and side air. And kind of bait them up. Like if they're coming at you, try to jump away from them while you're doing the side air, because then they won't be able to punish you as easy. Yeah, and you can see right there. Right there is something that I do kind of often. Let's see if we get the thing here. Here we go. Okay, so I did a down air. Oops, right here. Yep, I did a down here. Hit them. I went towards them. They jumped through me. I did another down air, and then after that I went with a recover or a down ground pound right against the wall, because that ground pound hits right against the wall. A lot of people go against the wall, and then they died because of it. All right, and the last thing we're gonna go over real quick is the gravity cancel heavy attacks. So if you do a gravity cancel, you can do those heavy attacks I was saying before. So like this, gravity cancel side light, and there's a gravity cancel down light, and then a gravity cancel neutral light. All heavy attacks. When to use them? So a lot of times I like to do a gravity cancel down light in this area in front of the opponent when they are trying to, let's say, I don't know, do a down light or something like expect me to fall. But I like to do a gravity cancel like that because it hits all around me, hits hard, and with that little dodge in between, they just tend to. I just tend to hit at people a lot like that. It catches the spot dodges sometimes. Like that, you see how it hits behind me too? It's a very good move to use. Side light I like to use a little bit higher, expecting, since it's got a little bit longer reach, I expect it to be like people who are jumping in the air, hit them like that. I do something like that. Obviously it's a little hard to hit, boom, but people who are moving a lot quicker will find it easier to hit. And then also neutral light, I kind of like having to do it up here, like when I'm in the air, after I hit somebody high up, doing something like that, because that actually hits them up really high. Boom, you see, something like that. That was clean. That was clean. I like to do it up in the air when I get them up in the air like that. So I did the neutral light, the recovery like I talked before, and then I did a gravity cancel neutral light that hit them super hard. And because they weren't even, were they in orange? They're like in a deep orange, not even red, and they died from that because of that. Because it's just a good move to hit in the air. It's a little slow, but it does hit him in the air higher. Whew, look at that, look at that. Well, guys, that is going to be it for today's video on Greatsword. Let me know, hopefully you understood a lot. This thing has a lot of weird mechanics and certain things that are just kind of hard to explain. So I hope you understood everything okay. And let me know in the comments, did you learn anything? Did you feel like this is a weapon that you wanted to play but couldn't because you didn't know how? I know there are some guides on it, and this weapon might change a little bit in the next little bit because it's, I don't know. It just seems like people are like hoping it's just changed just a little bit with the recover time, but who knows? It is. People say it's a really good weapon, even though no one plays it. I hope more people play it. I hope maybe this video will catch on and more people will play the Greatsword because I think it's a cool weapon in the game. I just don't know why people don't play it as much, you know? So, either way, let me know in the comments, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.